Is there any way to break the stalemate on voter ID between liberals and conservatives? Yes. At a voting summit in Texas in 2015, former Presidents Bill Clinton and Jimmy Carter endorsed the idea of adding a picture ID to Social Security cards. Carter said he would support the idea in a New York Minute. Clinton said, "The idea behind this agreement is to find a way forward that eliminates error and makes the best possible decision that we can all live with." The two former Democratic presidents were joined by Andrew Young, former UN ambassador, mayor of Atlanta, and confidant of Martin Luther King Jr. Young told the summit, "It is our obligation to make sure that every citizen has the ability to obtain a government-issued photo ID, and the Social Security Administration is ideal for making that happen effectively and efficiently." Social Security has 1,300 offices around the country, and adding a photo option for cardholders would cost just 10 cents a card, he said. Young has said voter ID doesn't have to be a symbol of discrimination, but instead could be a freedom card, a natural extension of President Lyndon Johnson's efforts to elevate the poor and disadvantaged. In today's world, you can't board an airplane or get into most buildings or cash a check without predatory fees or get Medicare without a photo ID, Young said. Ensuring people have one allows them to enter the mainstream of American life and would be a help to them. Martin Luther King III, son of the civil rights leader, added, "If we embrace Andy's idea, we help marginalized citizens secure independence from predators and ensure them our nation's most fundamental right to vote. My father used to talk about ending the silence of good people. I cannot emphasize enough the positive impact a free and easy-to-obtain photo ID will have for those who are marginalized." On the other side of the political spectrum, Republicans also see promise in a photo ID Social Security card. This would help tone down the debate over who is trying to manipulate the system and actually get real ID into the hands of whoever doesn't have one, something we should all agree on, said Don Palmer, the former secretary of the Virginia Board of Elections, who is now a member of the U.S. Election Assistance Commission. Former Presidents George W. Bush and Donald Trump have also expressed support for the concept of the Freedom Card. Election law experts say more safeguards might be necessary to curb identity theft. The Social Security Administration warns people that they should not routinely carry your card or other documents that display your number, because someone illegally using your number and assuming your identity can cause a lot of problems. A photo ID Social Security card would thus be limited mostly to those people without any other form of ID. But it would be cheap. In the 1990s, the Clinton administration estimated that producing a Social Security card with an embedded photo would cost only 8 cents a card. So if both sides agree, why isn't the photo ID Social Security card already available? For one thing, President Obama proved to be of no help on the issue. Justice Department lawyers who automatically oppose any voter ID requirement, and the Reverend Al Sharpton, who was Obama's liaison to the black community, killed the idea. When one of us discussed the Freedom Card idea in testimony on voting rights issues before the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights in 2018, we were greeted by a stony silence. No questions were asked. One civil rights attorney in the audience admitted privately that the groups in the room were interested more in victory than in a political solution. But average Americans should be looking for solutions. In 2011, Rhode Island Secretary of State Ralph Malus, a Democrat, persuaded his state's overwhelmingly Democratic legislature to pass a photo ID bill to address problems of voter fraud in Providence and other cities. The bill was passed with the support of the state's leading minority legislators. The effort included extensive outreach efforts, with members of Malus's office going to senior centers, homeless shelters, and community centers to process free IDs. The law was implemented smoothly, Malus says, and at the time he viewed it as a potential national model. He sadly did not anticipate the current polarized political environment. "When the day is done, my job is to maintain the integrity of elections," Malus told us. "Even if a state doesn't have an immediate problem with fraud, doesn't it make sense to take sensible precautions rather than wait for someone to abuse the system, and then it's too late?" The same thinking should apply across the country. All citizens should be able to become full participants in American life. Many on both left and right occupy common ground on the issue. Voter ID laws improve the honesty and efficiency of elections. They can also empower people on the margins of society. In public policy, we should grab the chance of a win-win solution when we can.